Hello Marvel Strike Force fans, it is your friend, the Fasting Comic Guy here, and I'm going to give you some tips and tricks for starting Dark Dimensions 2. I will tell you the team that I used when I first started it. I will tell you the team that is recommended for people when they first start it, if they are able to. I will show you the team that I'm using right now, which can auto it from start to finish. And I will also tell you why people continue after beating it the second time and have gotten Ultron to 7 stars. So right now, when you do beat it the first time, your little avatar here will get a new circle around their face. Basically, instead of that little blue one, you will get a cool purple one. And the more times you beat it, the more complex that circle gets. So right now, I've beaten it 6 times, and I'm on the achievement to beat it 10 times. The first achievement will just basically just give you the regular one. Then it will have a new achievement for 3 times, then it will have one for 6 times, and after that 10 times, and I believe there's actually another one for after that. So that's why people continue doing it even afterwards. You don't get any extra rewards after your second time, but a different color avatar circle, I guess, is bragging rights. So this is Dark Dimensions 2. As you can see, the persons with the record is at 1 hour and 31 minutes. But I can't do it that fast. Each node basically takes about 20 minutes to do for me. So this right here is actually the team that I started out with. I had Star-Lord, Minerva, Nick Fury, Iron Fist, and Groot. Now this is actually mostly the team that is recommended when you're first starting it. Most people don't really recommend Iron Fist, but I was able to get him to Gear 13 before Rocket, so I just went in there right away. My recommendation is as soon as you have 5 characters at Gear 13, just start it. Don't worry about if they're ideal, because every little bit helps every day, and it is a very, very long grind to get to the end. Now, the reason why I liked Iron Fist actually is because he also has some self-healing, which kept him alive a lot longer, and I was actually able to clear a few nodes without having to use any cores. The ideal recommended team is actually this plus Rocket Raccoon. Now, this team is awesome because Groot here provides everybody with death immunity, and he can also clear debuffs. He also has a really strong basic attack. Rocket here can provide some pretty well damage. We got Nick Fury, who can summon minions and provide offense up when he spreads to everybody. And when his minions die, Minerva is actually able to heal everybody. Minerva is pretty much the key to Dark Dimensions 2. Without her, it will be much, 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 much harder. She can revive people when they die, and she does a huge amount of healing with a huge amount of damage. Star-Lord is basically your energy battery. He does a good amount of damage, and he also blinds people. So yeah, if you are able to, this is the recommended team to start Dark Dimensions 2. You should be able to do a few nodes without having to worry about healing, and actually should be able to probably go 5 nodes a day actually. I've heard people actually say they've gone all the way down to node number 10 without having to worry. Because once you get down here, it actually gets a little bit more difficult. Like Miss Marvel, she's a pretty hard one. This one here is pretty hard because there's lots of these red skulls and Yondus, and they just summon minions a lot. But back to the teams. So the team that I'm using now that actually has finished it from start to finish is this one here. So as soon as you beat it the first time, what you want to do is put all your resources into Ultron, because he makes it so much easier. He summons his minions. As the minions stay alive, they basically provide buffs with everybody in the party. They provide the ability when they die for Minerva to heal people. And Scientist Supreme, she does crazy buffs to your party and debuffs to the enemy team. So yeah, basically this is the team that I'm using now, and I am able to actually do the entire thing from start to finish without having to do any core reloads. The only reason why I haven't tried doing it in one run is because basically I just put it on auto, walk away from my phone, and I can come back in like 20 minutes and they'll still be fighting, having like 2 guys left type of thing. So these nodes actually do take quite a bit of time to do, and it is a pretty big commitment. So yeah, when you do decide to start to do your Dark Dimensions 2, set your schedule clear because you will be sitting there for a long time. When you do start it out for the first time, you will not be sitting there and putting it on auto. Like I said, me, I can put on auto because the characters that I'm using now are actually a lot stronger than when I first started. Like my Scientist Supreme, when I first had her, she was only at like 5 red stars. Actually, when I first had her, she was at 2 red stars. Then I got lucky and she got to 5, and I used my promotion credits that Fox Next gave us to make her up to 6. So that got her up quite a bit, and yeah. So I would recommend definitely, if you can, use your Scientist Supreme. But like I said, these characters are actually a lot more powerful than they were when I first started. Also, when I was doing it my very first time, I did for a bit try using my Phoenix. And the downside to using your Phoenix, like, she will do a lot of damage, but she's basically clearing 1 node a day. Like, she will do a really great job at, because when she does her basic attack and when she's in the Dark Phoenix, she will clear positive effects on the negative team. So she also does a crazy amount of damage, but like I said, when you do beat that node, she will be dead and you won't be able to use her again. So she's basically good for 1 node a day. So basically, if you were going to use your Phoenix, I'd probably recommend her for one of the harder ones, like say this one here, because this character here, Miss Marvel, she'll taunt and she's very annoying. But then Doctor Strange, say you kill her, Doctor Strange will just summon her again, and you'll have to deal with her all over again. Me, when I do this node, I actually go after Doctor Strange first, and then I kill Miss Marvel. And it is also recommended, there is one thing that I didn't do. I guess I didn't actually do one-shot everything, because when you do the Ultron node, it is recommended to actually use one character to just start it off and die right away, because when you start it, he will summon his minions right away, and basically that just makes things a whole lot harder when you do it. So if you're able to just put a character that you know you won't use in there for the very first start, and he'll summon his minions, they'll kill the character, and then you just go in with your main team, and after that you will be able to do it a lot easier because he won't summon his minions for quite a while. But yeah, that's basically the tips and tricks for this. The team that is recommended is actually this one right here: Star-Lord, Minerva, Nick Fury, Rocket Raccoon, and Groot. But like I said, your first 5 characters at tier 13 gear is just start it. As soon as you got 5 characters, just start. And but these are the characters I would recommend focusing on. Anyways, I hope this was pretty helpful, and I hope you have a good day, a good night, and a good morning. Peace. And also, if you found this video helpful, please hit the subscribe button on the left and check out one of the more recent videos on the right. See ya.